we talked about 2 out of the 3. And I know J. Cole seemed to have disqualified himself from the big 3. But wherever you place him, he's still a part of it. Right?
So he didn't disqualify himself if he's still in it.
He disqualified himself out of being number 1.
He went on hiatus.
You know what?
He took a sabbatical.
Every time someone says that, I'm not mad at it.
Right?
He literally apologized with rap beef. It's fine. He could still, to all my fellow Cole fans, I don't think you should be really. That's not a battle that we have to continue fighting, because he could still be your personal favorite, but overall number 1, objectively, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. What I do want to say before we end the call, because I've had a change of heart, right?
Oh,
I said it last week. I wore a Dreamville shirt. What the fuck, dude? Like,
yeah,
Well, you got to change your heart from that?
Yeah, I started this podcast with saying the N is for nostalgia. And a part of that nostalgia is understanding and being appreciative of the era of hip hop that we are living through, that we have been able to grow up with. Seeing Kendrick Lamar announce a stadium tour in the States, seeing Drake announce a stadium tour overseas, and seeing J. Cole drop a link and saying, hey, Madison Square Garden, one night only, and seeing that sell out. Like, I do want to give all of these guys their props for the artists that they are, the longevity that they have. I mentioned Big Sean a little bit early in the podcast. He dropped an album this year.
It dropped.
It was good. It was good too.
Nah,
it was good.
Alex's music, man.
I'm gonna be
You
honest.
didn't like it?
I came in here and said how much I wasn't really a fan of it. And I was asking Reggie, I'm gonna ask you in 2-3 months what songs you're still listening to. Reggie.
Get You Back with Cash Cobain.
Same.
And On Up.
Okay, salute.
So, again, I mentioned these 3 gentlemen, and not to down anybody else, but just to understand the relevance that they had. Like, my sister, she's a really big fan of J. Cole.
Yeah.
She's
What a queen.
21 right now. She was on the virtual line of trying to get his tickets to MSG, and I was there when the site crashed and when there was over 100,000 people in the queue trying to purchase these.
150,000. And that is true. My sister texted me, and I was on the queue as well. I don't know if I want to reveal my story because it's pretty embarrassing, but I was literally like, oh my God, I have only 2,000 people ahead of me. And my sister texted me her screenshot. She was like, you're going to laugh at me because I'm 156,000th in line. And she texted me the screenshot. So this is very real. It's not like marketing by Dreamville. Like, people were waiting. Yeah. And the pre-sale sold out in like 10 minutes.
I just like how Kendrick stepped all over that nigga Rollout. Kendrick stepped all over Cole's Rollout. Are we paying attention to
this? This is about Cole.
This is about Cole.
Like,
this is about Cole.
Relax.
Wait, we would be remiss if we don't combine the both. J. Cole and Eve have come out and said that they're basically starting J. Cole's Rollout, right, Reggie?
For the fall off.
For the fall off, right? He kind of referenced in an interview before with Lil Yachty that this is how he would do it, right? He would put out old episodes. So all of us know that an album is coming. Yo, he rushed Cole so much that Cole had to rush out all 3 mixtapes.
It wasn't rushed out. It was timed with the inevitable.
Was it?
Yes.
You was watching it. Yeah, you let me know. Yeah,
I'm with Reggie.
I'm with Reggie. I'm with Reggie.
It was an inevitable, the audio series that he refuses to call a podcast.
Yeah.
But it was scheduled. It was scheduled very like fairly. Like it was a very fair schedule of their rollout, and each episode was paired with the coinciding project. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm rushing to release this in a week because Kendrick is coming. It was very planned.
Okay.
And like, I understand where you're like, oh my God, Kendrick stepped on his rollout, which he announced a tour, a project.
Bro.
But I always say I might be biased because my timeline is very J. Cole, but I feel like the conversations are happening simultaneously. People are like, yo, we love this Cole rollout. We love this Kendrick rollout. I don't think he's stepping on it. I feel like people are still very impressed with the Cole rollout.
I see what you're saying. I think he's stepping on it for the other people who are not Dreamville Hive. I think that's who he's stepping on it for. Like, if Kendrick didn't put out his album, I think a lot of the effort and attention would have been towards J. Cole right now, if not all of it, and not just the Dreamville fans.
For anybody who isn't in the tri-state area or may not know, J. Cole announced a revisit show at Madison Square Garden of the 2014 Forest Hill Drives project. Correct?
And it has an element of the Dollar and a Dream tour because the day of, they reserved 2014 tickets that you could buy for $1. In 2024, that's pretty cool.
That's really
that's
cool.
to honor like
That is pretty
the
cool.
shit that he used to do. And I don't want to admit this right now, but I did not get a ticket, and I feel so weird because I've never not seen J. Cole when he came to New York.
Damn.
So I'm gonna find a way. This is my Hail Mary for anyone who's listening. I don't know how, but I want to wind up in the show.
You're gonna be there.
And I just want to like plead my case because I'm literally in the Forest Hills Drive documentary of me. There's a video of me waiting in line for the dollar show. Like I deserve to be there, damn it. So if anyone got an extra ticket, I'll pay you.
I got tickets.
What? Why you ain't say nothing?
Wow.
I just told you.
We'll talk.
Wait,
talk
what?
later. We'll talk later.
I'm like,
You just caught? We was recording.
what's your price?
We'll talk later. No, wait, do you have
See what you
extra
did there?
tickets?
I see what you did there.
I don't want to take your ticket. Do you have an extra ticket?
Yo, what's your yo?
Okay, well, also, I just did my spiel, but also, I'm not about to pay an arm and a leg
No.
for the ticket. Like, it's fine. If someone's charging me like $700, I'm like, I'm good.
No,
It's
feel
not that
you.
serious. I already saw him 14 times. It's fine.
I was in the queue. Me and my sister, we were in the queue. We didn't get the tickets. I'm lying.
Oh shit.
We didn't get, but I did
Fuck
see the
these
ticket
queues.
prices.
Yo.
The prices were very affordable, so I do want to shout
Shout
out
out
J.
to
Cole
you.
because like front row seats for like $168.
Bro,
Right?
I know
Like,
my
he,
friend.
He like J. Cole does this thing where he can relate to the common folk. He does this thing where his brand is being regular. And it's really dope to see. And so when we got inside the queue for the purchasing of his tickets, I was curious to see what his pricing would be because Ticketmaster in itself is a scam, right? There's a few scams in this world. Insurance, Easy Pass,
Oh my
Ticketmaster,
God.
Easy pass first.
Oh my God.
and the IRS.
Okay, IRS.
Nah, Easy Pass got
These
me
are
first.
all different scams
Easy
that we
Pass,
just
my guy,
allow.
RSB.
We openly voluntarily. I don't even know if it's voluntarily.
Nah,
but we have no
Yeah,
choice
no
but
choice.
to abide by these scams.
Financial abuse.
And
I miss them little pay booths, man.
I miss the
Ticketmaster.
people at the tolls.
Me too. You used to pay them that money and get through.
Bro,
Don't think about nothing.
The toll bill comes 2
All right,
days
Pierre,
before.
calm down. You're getting
before
excited
the violation hits. You want me like? What are you doing? Like,
You good, P?
damn, son.
Ticketmaster is one of the few scams that we accept.
Yeah.
Correct, in my opinion, at least. And so, I was surprised to get in the queue, and I was curious to see like if J. Cole is really the man that he says he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to charge us $900 for floor seats. And to my surprise, he did not. The tickets were very affordable. And he just stood on brand. And I think this is a great way to counteract some of the negativity that he received. I don't know if he cares about it. Again, I compared J. Cole to Andre 3000 a little bit earlier in this podcast because I don't think he and Andre truly care about the public perception. I think they are truly like servants in a way of I am a servant of hip hop, of music, of message. And selling your tickets for $1, selling your tickets for under $200 for the reasonable seats, in my opinion, in
At
this
MSG.
economy at Madison Square Garden says so much about who he is. At the end of the day, any business, any corporation, everything always starts at the top.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're looking at a price and you're like, what the fuck? Why is it like, just think about who was at the top of that because nothing happens without that person okaying it. Right? So if tickets for J. Cole, his concert was, let's say $3,000, he can't act oblivious to it. Like, I don't know if y'all remember a few years ago, a lot of people were really upset with Bad Bunny.
Bye, Bunny. Bye, bye.
No, for real. Y'all may
Nah,
y'all
what
remember
happened?
this?
No, I remember that.
Abreast
Maybe
us.
like a year, 2 years ago, Bad Bunny, he went on tour and he was touring like Drake.
Stadiums.
Like every year,
was doing
Bad Bunny
stadiums,
was
yeah.
just on tour. He was everywhere
Oh, yeah,
at all
yeah,
the time.
yeah.
He went to the Bronx. You remember he was in the
I
Bronx.
do remember that.
You remember that? You was in the Bronx?
Uptown went up.
You was uptown, right? Like I remember, you know, like every year, Bad Bunny, he was just touring. And then one of his later albums, like the tickets were like outrageous. They were so crazy that a lot of people didn't buy his tickets, right? Like they were like, yo, wait, bro, you're charging me $900 for one ticket? And I'm like in the back, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Like, I get it. It's very expensive, the inflation, all of those things. But when I see that, I can't help but say, oh, he was aware that his tickets were like this.
Yeah.
He was just trying to like gauge how much he can get from y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like J. Cole is very conscious of how much his tickets are, and I do want to salute him for that because that is a part of his brand.
I will say to something you said, like you were saying, like, oh, I don't know if J. Cole truly cares about like all the backlash he got after the beef. I don't know. We don't know. Like, we're not in his brain, but I think, in my opinion, that his post rap beef conversation redirect is going pretty well, in my opinion.
He's killing it.
I am very like cautious because I just know I'm biased, and I'm literally in like J. Cole forums. So like, yes, I'm biased. I only see the good things of everyone. All of us have been freaking out about revisiting J. Cole
On Reddit?
bars.
Are you on Reddit?
Not on Reddit, but on like in like Twitter groups and Twitter DM mass group chat. Like I'm in there. I'm in there. And so we've been loving the plan, the rollout, and I'm very excited for. So my point was like, I feel like his redirect and like just his plan is going pretty well in my opinion. But I think that what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay.
What were we talking about? J. Cole.
You said
I'm very excited for the fall off because I don't know. I just feel like obviously that if according to plan, like that would be the last album. I'm not mad at it. Like I'm not mad at him. Literally my favorite rapper of all time releasing his final album and doing it in this way. I think it's gonna be really good. I'm not mad at it. I'm very like happy that he's older now and that he's happy with this. And then people could still come out of retirement. Like I want him to retire gracefully, and then maybe in like 10 years or something, people come out of retirement all the time, do a feature. Like I want my goat to go out that way. I don't want him to go out sad. Like you know, I want him to do a cool, like just beautiful emotional show at MSG. No, he didn't.
Nah, he went outside.
No,
you back on his team.
Why are you online trying to get tickets to his MSG show if he went outside?
And you were wearing the Dreamville
I think
shirt.
he's great.
What?
And I'll continue to wear
Just
the
a
merch.
walking
I
contradiction.
think it's dope. No, I can still think like, why the fuck can two things be true? He still went outside because he can never be considered the biggest or the greatest out of the big three. Like you went outside the way that you went out, but I respect it.